My name is Theodore, and I'm about to tell you how a racist cop destroyed my family and how we destroyed his entire world in return. It was a Tuesday evening in March when everything changed. "Babe, are you okay?" I asked Jessica as we drove home from her doctor's appointment. She smiled and rubbed her belly. "We're perfect. Dr. Patel says the baby's heartbeat is strong." 6 months down, 3 to go, I said. That's when I saw the flashing lights behind us. I pulled over immediately, hands visible on the wheel. Officer Derek Winters approached my window with his hand on his gun. "License and registration." "Of course, officer," I said calmly. "I'm reaching for my wallet now." "Don't make any sudden moves," he barked. Jessica spoke up from the passenger seat. "Officer, is something wrong? We weren't speeding." "I'll ask the questions here," Winters snapped. "What are you two doing in this neighborhood?" "We live here," I said. "Just coming back from my wife's prenatal appointment." He looked at Jessica, then at me. "You live here? In Maple Ridge?" "Yes, sir, for 3 years." "Step out of the vehicle," he ordered. "Can I ask why?" I kept my voice steady. "I said get out." His hand moved to his weapon. Jessica grabbed my arm. "Theodore, please, just do what he says." I stepped out slowly, hands raised. "Turn around, hands on the car." He grabbed my arms roughly and slammed me against the hood. "Officer, I haven't done anything wrong," I said. "Shut up," he said, pressing his knee into my back. "You're being detained for suspicious activity." Jessica started crying. "Please, I'm pregnant. You're scaring me." "Ma'am, stay in the vehicle," Winters shouted. He searched my pockets aggressively, threw my wallet on the ground, and kept me pinned for 20 minutes while he ran my license. Clean record, no warrants, nothing. Jessica was sobbing in the car, clutching her stomach. "Please," I begged, "let me check on my wife." "You'll move when I say you can move," he said. Finally, he let me go with a warning about looking suspicious. We drove home in silence. Jessica was shaking. "I don't feel right." "What do you mean?" "I don't know. Something feels wrong." 2 hours later, we were in the emergency room. "I'm sorry," Dr. Anderson said quietly. "The stress caused placental abruption. There's no heartbeat." Jessica screamed. I held her while our world fell apart. Our baby was gone. "This is my fault," Jessica sobbed. "I should have stayed calm." "No," I said firmly. "This is Derek Winters' fault." 3 days after we buried our daughter, I called a lawyer. "Theodore, I'm so sorry for your loss," Attorney Sarah Martinez said during our consultation. "Tell me exactly what happened." I walked her through every detail of the traffic stop. "Do you have the hospital records?" she asked. "Right here. Dr. Anderson documented that the stress from the encounter caused the abruption." Sarah nodded. "This is actionable. But I need to be honest. Suing police officers is difficult. They have qualified immunity." "What if he's done this before?" I asked. "Then we might have a pattern of misconduct case." She leaned forward. "Are you willing to do the work to find out?" "Whatever it takes." Sarah connected me with a civil rights investigator named James Cooper. "I've been tracking Winters for 2 years," James told me over coffee. "He's got 17 complaints against him, all from Black and Hispanic drivers." 17? I couldn't believe it. Why is he still on the force? "Police union. Internal affairs whitewashes everything." James pulled out a folder. "But I've been building a database. Would you be willing to reach out to these other victims?" I spent the next 2 months tracking down everyone Winters had harassed. "He pulled me over for looking lost in my own neighborhood," said Brandon Thomas, victim number 3. "He planted drugs in my car," said Nicole Rivera, victim number 8. "I beat the charges, but it cost me my job." "He broke my arm during a routine stop," said David Lee, victim number 12. "Said I was resisting." Each interview made me angrier, but I channeled it into documentation. Sarah filed a federal civil rights lawsuit and contacted the FBI. "The Bureau is interested," she told me. "They're opening an investigation into the entire department." Jessica joined me for a meeting with FBI agent Rachel Moore. "Mrs. Theodore, I know this is painful," Agent Moore said gently, "but your medical records are crucial evidence." "Use them," Jessica said, her voice steel. "I want him to pay for what he did to our daughter." "We're also subpoenaing his body cam footage," Agent Moore continued. "I have a feeling it'll show a very different story than what's in his reports." She was right. The footage showed Winters smirking as he slammed me against the car, ignoring Jessica's pleas about being pregnant, and using racial slurs under his breath that his mic picked up. "We've got him," Sarah said. "Federal civil rights violations, excessive force, deprivation of rights under color of law." 6 months after we lost our baby, the FBI arrested Derek Winters at the police station. Sarah called me immediately. "Turn on the news." I watched as Winters was led out in handcuffs, cameras everywhere. The reporter spoke into the microphone. "Officer Derek Winters has been arrested on federal charges following an investigation into racist policing practices. Sources say nearly 20 victims have come forward." My phone rang. It was Brandon Thomas. "Did you see it?" he asked, excitement in his voice. "I'm watching now." "We did this, Theodore. All of us. Together." The police chief held a press conference that afternoon. "We take these allegations seriously," Chief Patterson said. "Officer Winters has been suspended without pay pending investigation." Sarah scoffed when I showed her the clip. "Suspended? He should be fired." "He will be," I said. "This is just the beginning." The pre-trial hearings were brutal. Winters' lawyer, a smug man named Gregory Walsh, tried every trick in the book. "Your Honor, Officer Winters was simply doing his job," Walsh argued. "By traumatizing a pregnant woman?" Sarah shot back. "The medical evidence is clear." "There's no direct causation." "Judge Morrison, we have expert testimony from 3 obstetricians," Sarah interrupted. "Acute stress can absolutely cause placental abruption." Judge Morrison reviewed the documents. "The evidence will be heard at trial. Motion to dismiss, denied." Winters glared at me from across the courtroom. I stared back without blinking. The trial date was set for November. "Are you ready for this?" Sarah asked me outside the courthouse. "I've been ready since the day I held my daughter's ashes." Jessica squeezed my hand. "We're doing this for her." The media coverage intensified. Other victims started coming forward, people we hadn't even found yet. "Officer Winters pulled me over 7 times in 1 year," said Angela Martinez on the evening news. "Always in my own neighborhood, always when I was alone." The police union tried to defend him, but public pressure was too strong. Finally, the union president released a statement. "We cannot condone Officer Winters' alleged actions and will not be providing legal defense." "He's alone now," Sarah told me. "His backup is gone." The courtroom was packed for sentencing day. Judge Morrison entered and we all stood. "Please be seated," the judge said. "We're here for sentencing in United States versus Derek Winters. Mr. Winters, please stand." Winters stood, his lawyer beside him. "Mr. Winters, a jury of your peers found you guilty on all counts," Judge Morrison continued. "Federal civil rights violations, excessive force, and deprivation of rights under color of law. Do you wish to make a statement before sentencing?" Winters' voice cracked. "Your Honor, I'd like to apologize to Mr. Theodore and his wife. I never meant for—" "Stop," I said from my seat. Judge Morrison looked at me. "Mr. Theodore, you'll have your chance to speak." "I need to say this now, Your Honor," I stood up. "I don't accept his apology. He's only sorry he got caught." The judge nodded. "Noted. Mr. Winters, continue." "I made mistakes," Winters said, "but I don't deserve to lose everything over one bad stop." Sarah stood. "Your Honor, it wasn't one bad stop. It was years of systematic racism and abuse of power." "The evidence supports that conclusion," Judge Morrison agreed. "Mr. Theodore, would you like to address the court?" I walked to the podium, Jessica beside me. "Your Honor, Derek Winters didn't just kill my daughter, I said. He killed my wife's trust in law enforcement. He killed our sense of safety in our own neighborhood. He killed the future we were building. Jessica spoke next, her voice trembling. I held my baby's ashes because this man decided we didn't belong in our own community. Because of the color of our skin. I see my daughter's face every day, I continued. I'll never watch her grow up, never walk her down the aisle, never meet my grandchildren, all because he needed to feel powerful. Judge Morrison's expression hardened. I've reviewed the evidence extensively. Mr. Winters, your pattern of conduct shows a complete disregard for the constitutional rights of citizens. You betrayed your oath and abused your authority. Your Honor, please, Winters began. I'm not finished, the judge cut him off. You targeted people based on race. You used excessive force. You traumatized innocent people, including a pregnant woman who subsequently lost her child due to the stress you caused. Walsh tried one last time. Your Honor, my client has served the community for 15 years. By terrorizing its Black and Hispanic residents? Judge Morrison's voice rose. That's not service. That's oppression.
The judge looked directly at Winters. Derek Winters, I hereby sentence you to 8 years in federal prison. You will also be permanently barred from any law enforcement position, and you will forfeit your pension. Winters' knees buckled. No, please, my family. Your family should have been your concern before you destroyed someone else's, Judge Morrison said coldly. Jessica squeezed my hand as they led Winters away in handcuffs. Outside the courthouse, reporters surrounded us. Mr. Theodore, how do you feel about the verdict? One asked. Justice was served, I said, but it doesn't bring my daughter back. What message do you have for other victims of police misconduct? Another reporter called out. Document everything. Find your allies. Don't let them silence you. The system is broken, but it can work if enough people demand accountability. Sarah put her arm around my shoulder. You did it, Theodore. You took down a corrupt cop and exposed a broken system. Brandon Thomas approached with Nicole Rivera and David Lee. We couldn't have done this without you, Brandon said. You gave us all courage to speak up. We gave each other courage, I corrected him. Agent Moore joined us. The FBI is now investigating 12 other officers in that department. This case opened a flood of new complaints. Jessica wiped her tears. So something good came from this nightmare. Our daughter's legacy is justice, I said. That'll have to be enough. This wasn't about revenge. It was about accountability. Derek Winters thought his badge made him untouchable, but we proved that no one is above the law. Have you ever had to fight a system that seemed designed to protect the guilty? Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones that matter most. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.